Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Chaemiko versus Soin. This game taking place here on Northern Isle. Chaemiko will be... Wait. Alright, apparently I need to reload up that game because, well, sometimes things do in fact break. And I guess it's one of the ways that you guys get to see all of the work that I try to put into all of these particular games, replays, getting everything all set up properly for you. Well, really no harm, no foul there as the game does get underway. Alright, let's take a look. Bottom left-hand side of the map, we have Chaemiko spawning as the red human player. The colors did change. The reason why is I do want to be able to spot Soin's Blade Master if he does go for a Blade Master on the mini-map. And the only way to do that is to use his vision and then turn off Fog of War. Now, human versus orc in this 1v1 matchup. Pretty classic standard matchup. It seems like 1/4 of my human games were against orc, but statistically that's probably about right. And the Blade Master is in fact a very powerful hero to just use. Blade Master, when it gets the right items and in the hands of a skilled player, can, well, right click his way, quote unquote, right click his way to victory. But there is a lot more to using that Blade Master than some people want to give credit for. That Blade Master does get into some dicey situations. It does get in very deep sometimes and, well, has a very difficult time just trying to stay alive. Now, we are going to be looking at the barracks. I don't see a second orc burrow, and I do not see a voodoo lounge as of yet. And that's really what we're looking for from the orc player. Human, on the other hand, should be building up a follow-up farm. And then from there, the timing is going to be whether or not there is a vault, a tower, or a tech to tier 3 first. We're sitting at 19/24 supply. Actually, a bit surprised that Chaemiko hasn't started building an additional farm as of yet. Is he actually going to try and move out at 21 supply? Nope. There is that follow-up farm right there. Timing on that should be just right, as we should be looking at another peasant as well. Let's take a look. Farm footman now going to be scouting out the opposite end. We do not have a voodoo lounge. A lot of, well, peons on lumber, and based upon this particular opening, it looks like Soin will be going for a tech to tier 2. Should be following up with an orc burrow and a voodoo lounge here, and a quick tech to tier 2 can cause problems. Chaemiko now making its way over here, trying to go after the Ogre Magi Creep Camp. Blade Master already running in from the north, and the question will be the timing. Alright, Water Elemental taking a lot more damage. Let's see, Trapper now taken down. There it goes. Archmage trying to finish things up. Blade Master is very much nearby. Is it going to be able to get the experience? Well, Archmage in fact gets it, times it absolutely perfectly by using the units and having them stop and hold position for just a quick second. Alright, Peasant now purposely ducks and dives away. Meanwhile, going after an Ice Troll Priest as well. Grunt now going to be taking some damage. Blade Master, well, using that Windwalk hasn't really done anything as of yet. It is already down to 115 mana, but hasn't really done that much damage as you're taking a look at the Footman, who will be forced to try and retreat. Alright, Footman trying to get away, down to 151 hit points. Water Elemental actually got out of the way of the Blade Master as the Blade Master was trying to chase again. So far, I gotta say, Chaemiko is doing a great job just harassing his opponent and just causing problems all over here. Alright, Archmage now trying to back up again. Grunt now, well, being forced to retreat once more. Where is it going to go next? Blade Master now making its way over as well, trying to shift back off there again. Grunt dancing, well, doing a little bit of a dance back and forth. Footman now trying to head back. Meanwhile, the Archmage has picked up Dust of Appearance already, but has not yet gotten to level 2. Soin's strategy of harassment is actually working out fairly well, as his opponent has not been able to get to level 2. Ice Troll Priest will get taken down. Let's take a look at this. Blade Master already on the board with some experience, could try to go after this last Ice Troll as well. Meanwhile, Grunt coming into this position, going to get some extra damage onto the Archmage. Footman now showing up to the party as well. Let's take a look. We are going to see a Dust of Appearance. No Archmage nearby. Oh, level 2 now on the Archmage. Does drop a Sentry Ward, and that's exactly what Chaemiko wants. He wants to be able to keep track of where his opponent is. Grunt now looking to back up again as we are teching to tier 2 on both sides. Tier 2 already done for the orc player, so Soin now going for a Tauren Chieftain as the supporting hero. And that, well, is going to have a little bit of an issue for that Blade Master. If the Blade Master, well, is constantly low on hit points, he cannot freely engage. The Shadow Hunter is the hero that generally gives the Blade Master a little bit more, well, a little bit more health, the ability to take a little bit more risk. And without the Blade Master's, well, normal companion, things could go sideways very quickly. Blade Master now taking a lot of damage here. You can take a look. Critical Strike also coming in. We're going to see a Peasant kill there. Blade Master looking to finish off, get some more damage in once more. Meanwhile, the Archmage needs to well, finish off that Water Elemental there. He does not want to lose it, as Chaemiko is going to find himself going up a level 2 Blade Master with a level 2 Archmage. Tauren Chieftain should be making its way out. We are going into Bestiary and Tauren Totems, Spirit Walkers and Raiders most likely in the cards today, as the Murloc, Flesh Eater, and Huntsman, well, gonna get cleared up here. Now, Soin, by purposely clearing out opposite end of the map creep camps, should actually be in a very, very good spot. Archmage, however, currently low on mana, needs to get a little bit more mana before dropping in a Water Elemental, which is going to end up costing a bit of time. There is an illusion right there, and it is pretty much known to be fake. And, well, if in fact Soin actually kept track of where that Archmage was coming from, he has a good idea of where he actually is. Meanwhile, Archmage, Illusion absorbing a lot of damage here. Illusion down to 30 hit points. You can pretty much ignore that one right there, as this Archmage should be dropping a Sentry Ward and should be able to spot. There is a Dust of Appearance being used. Did it actually find anything? That is the question there. A Tuskar Warrior doing a little bit of chase back the other way. Meanwhile, there is an Illusion still hanging out in that front spot. We are going to be going into a Mountain King. Very strong follow-up hero indeed. Meanwhile, the Blade Master may be able to take down a low hit point footman or two, and that's exactly why the Mountain King or the Blade Master is staying nearby here. If he can just force this engagement here, there's the Blade Master going after a footman. Footman going to get taken down. Oh, doesn't get that last kill there. Going to try to go after some more footmen. They're getting in a little bit more damage. Mountain King, well, chasing after the Blade Master. Blade Master now being forced to retreat. Priest now showing up to the party for a little bit of heals, as this one Sentry Ward, well, may catch the Blade Master off guard. That is going to be the big deal right there. Blade Master, if it tries to wind walk away, that is going to be the problem, as he's not going to actually be able to have extra hit points and still be visible because of this Sentry Ward. All right, another Arachnid in play, as well as Sorceresses are out onto the field. Slow going to be coming across multiple units here in just a moment, but now need to save up a bit of mana as well. Blade Master is at 2. Tauren Chieftain is sitting at 2. Endurance, Aura, and either Stomp or Shockwave. Ring of Protection +4. Going to be given to one of the heroes. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, Ring of Protection +4. Extra health on the Blade Master. Close to 10 armor already on a level 2 Blade Master, making it that much more difficult to kill. Mountain King going to swing back around, try to go after the Null Overseers again, as both sides just doing some early creeping and trying to gain a little bit of map awareness advantage. True Shot Aura should help Chaemiko, but the downside is going to be that, well, Ensnare is going across multiple sorceresses already. Spirit Link also being cast. You can see the creeps also joining in on the fight, causing lots of problems as the Blade Master looks to finish off a handful of more units. All right, there goes another priest getting stopped in its track. Stomp putting its foot down against multiple militia, but the militia look like they're going to be able to do a lot of damage still. Let's take a look at the Spellbreaker. Mountain King going to try to chase after one or two of those units. Stormbolt going to finish off one raider there. Mountain King now sitting at level 2, has enough mana for another Stormbolt if necessary, but the Footman may end up getting taken down as well. Water Elemental trying to drop down some more units. Let's take a look. That Spirit Walker down to, well, 35 hit points. Are we going to see a Sorceress try to finish off the unit? Unable to do so. Mountain King does not have a Stormbolt, but another Sorceress follow-up kill to finish off that Spirit Walker there. 38 supply compared to 43. Soin with a 7 supply advantage. After that battle, there are peasants all around the map that are not doing anything at all. So 5 supply worth of units that could just end up getting taken down very, very easily. Let's take a look at this. Perhaps a couple of raiders and ensnares would be enough. Let's take a look. There's one ensnare, another ensnare going to come across here. Blade Master chasing after this low peasant once more, as we're going to see this one low peasant perhaps not be able to get away either. Level 3 on both of the orc heroes. Meanwhile, Chaemiko sitting at 37 over 54. Unless he's able to get a large army and rebuild it, get that Mountain King up to level 3, and also, well, put pressure on the heroes to take them out of the fight, as Soin just has too large of an advantage. Sorceress is going to make their way over. No adept training just at the initiate level. Slow is very powerful. Let's take a look. There goes a couple of raider ensnares. Going to force an engagement here. Mountain King, let's see if he's going to go after all of these units. Blade Master, thunderclap right there, followed by a stomp. Mountain King is in serious trouble. Where did he go? He is currently invisible, or I think he was invisible, but was also ensnared, not being spotted. Blade Master, where is it going to try to go to next? Mountain King still trying to fight around Blade Master. Well, I'm sticking out of the fight. Meanwhile, the Mountain King is staying close enough to the fight in order to get a Stormbolt back onto the Blade Master if the Blade Master tries to fight or get involved again. Now Chaemiko is sitting at 42 supply. He somehow forced an engagement from his, or forced a retreat from his opponent, and that is going to give him, well, a big advantage going into the next fight, or opportunity to do a bit of catching up. I take it back. Soin already still up by 8 supply, slightly higher up in terms of level, but the Mountain King and the Archmage now not too far behind. Raider is going to try and, yes, ensnare an Ogre Magi, now trying to get away. Blade Master could go after the Shaman or some other units once again. You can take a look at this. Units are now just backing away, heading back every which way. Meanwhile, same thing happening off to the north. Mountain King taking has taken a fair bit of damage. Will have to be very careful. Needs to get healed back up manually, as both sides trying to get to level 4, but I believe the Blade Master and the Tauren Chieftain will get there first. Archmage still a little bit shy here. Let's take a look. Archmage is going to get close, but not quite enough, I don't believe. Yeah, finishes off another unit there, as there's still a Shaman left. Mountain King sitting at level 3, as we are looking at the Tauren Chieftain, who is at 4, in addition to the Blade Master, who is also at 4. Spellbreakers here, ready to go. True Shot Aura, perhaps the one thing that is giving the orc or the human player a significant advantage, an additional 10% damage increase on all ranged units, as we're taking a look at the Blade Master trying to do a little bit of shopping and now heading back again. Mountain King looking, well, going to be heading off to the north, making sure that there is no expansion. Meanwhile, the orc army going to go ahead and straight walk on through. Spellbreaker going to be caught here. Let's going to see what's going to happen. Archmage is going to try and clear out this creep camp. Drops a water elemental. Tries to finish off this Ogre Magi creep camp while his front door is getting pressured. Raiders are all in position. Mountain King lines up. Is he going to be able to land a Stormbolt? No, it will not. It does get 2 bolts, or it gets 2 slows right there. There goes one Mountain King kill. Mountain King is going to be able to catch up to that other Raider. That is the big question now. Mountain King does have Boots of Speed. There is the ensnare, followed by another bolt. Raiders should actually be trying to get in front. They're going to be able to, well, nope, not going to be able to get away. Just simply far too slow, as another Raider taken down. 50 supply compared to 47 right now. Chaemiko able to catch back up and now take the supply lead, as the Blade Master and Tauren Chieftain still sitting at level 4. Mountain King makes it very difficult for any sort of tactical retreat. Mountain King also using a Clarity Potion, regenerating precious mana as well. Blade Master still nearby, ready to join in on the fight. Spellbreakers also 0-0 upgrades. No upgrades, no Blacksmith even, compared to his opponent, who does have a War Mill, but I don't believe has any upgrades either. No, 0-0 upgrades on those units as well. Spirit Walker only getting Adept training. Sorceress is also with Adept training and alongside those Priests, but no real tech to tier 3 yet. Chaemiko sitting at 56 over 60 supplies. Soin sitting at 50 over 60. Spellbreaker is going to be making their way off to the north here, as the peons doing a little bit of long distance mining, perhaps, as well. There goes the cancellation now. I like this decision by Soin. Soin realized that, you know what, this expansion attempt is probably going to fall flat. Let me just leave or run back with all of these peons, and I'll cancel the Great Hall if necessary. Mountain King sitting at level 3, almost at level 4, maxed out on mana. Archmage getting closer to 300 mana as well. This is going to become incredibly important as we still don't see any sort of massive grunt or massive normal damage army available to the orc side. Spellbreaker is incredibly strong against siege, and the other types of main damage here. The Raiders, however, with Ensnare, may be able to trap some of those units. Chaemiko with a 10-11 supply advantage. No additional farms being built, though, as Priests are going to be joining out here in just a moment. Water Elemental quickly gets ensnared. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Sorceress, Blade Master is right there. Mountain King, lying in wait, ready to go. Let's take a look. Are we going to perhaps see some more damage being brought through? Mountain King now coming from the other direction here. Kodo Beast trying to get away. Let's take a look. Mountain King is going to be able to catch anything off guard. That is the question indeed. 2 units caught off guard. There's a Stormbolt Archmage. Quickly going to end up getting revealed. And now, is it going to be able to head back out? Yes, it is. All right, there is invisibility. There goes an ensnare. Scroll of Speed now being used to try to finish off more units. Mountain King shows up to the party. He does have a potion of mana. Is going to be able to get away. Spirit Link is now once again being cast. Archmage, well, it tries to head back as the Tauren Chieftain puts its foot down and stomps out a couple of these casters. Sorceress quickly falling right there. Mountain King still has plenty of mana to go, perhaps trying to slow down the remaining units as the Tauren Chieftain now down to 135 mana. Are we going to see a stomp here? Yes, we are. A follow-up stomp once again, but with that said, you're not going to see any more real mana being used by the Tauren Chieftain unless he uses that potion of mana there. All right, Scroll of Town Portal finally being used once again. Priest was taken down 54 supply compared to 58. Soin, the winner in that particular battle, but now needs to heal back up his remaining units, as opposed to, well, all of the priests and sorceresses that are going to keep this army all topped off. All right, there goes another ensnare. Mountain King does not have enough mana. Spellbreakers could be looking to pull back here in just a moment. Let's take a look. Stormbolt onto a Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast, another big swing in terms of supply, taking down a 4 supply unit while saving a 3 supply unit that was in its belly. Sorceresses, both of them here ready to go. Let's take a look. Ethereal form taking bonus damage from magic. This could cause some serious problems. Meanwhile, Sorceresses going to try and engage, finish off some of those units. Spellbreakers now engaging against the Blade Master. Tauren Chieftain could try to throw down a stomp. It looks as though it's not going to be of any real use there, as the Spellbreaker is making a very powerful wall, preventing that Tauren Chieftain from getting within range. It's more throwdowns on the ensnares. Back on the other side, there's a big stomp or a big thunderclap right there. Mountain King finishing off some units, but once again low on mana. Archmage really needs to somehow give more mana to that Mountain King, as the priests are going to get finished off here. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 4. Blade Master, where is that Blade Master? Blade Master sitting at 4. I thought I saw a level up, but can't have that just quite yet. 2 Orc army heroes about to get to level 5. Meanwhile, Spellbreakers finishing off a Kodo Beast there. 1 Kodo Beast with a Spellbreaker in the belly. It was slowly digesting that full hit point, or was full hit point Spellbreaker. All right, Sorceress about to end up falling here. Is going to be able to stay alive? Nope, unable to, as the Raiders were able to come in from behind. Stomp now pushing through again. Soin sitting at 52 supply. Chaemiko sitting at 40 or 35. As the Kodo Beast and Blade Master look to pull back once more after a 200 and what looked like a 250 critical strike. Very high damage indeed. All right. Mountain King now going to be making its way over. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? No, we are not. We are looking at more priests trying to join in on the army. Chaemiko is in a little bit of trouble trying to build up these Spellbreakers, but still with no armor upgrades. The Orc army has just been efficiently trading 1-0 upgrades right now, as the Archmage is going to be forced to use the Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away after a Sorceress falls. Mountain King down to 100 some odd hit points. Where is it going to go next? Meanwhile, Spellbreakers heading back over here to the bottom left. Where are they going to be traveling to as well? Now, no one has a clear path to victory as of yet. It could come down to a little bit of a meltdown, or it could come down to a battle of attrition. Soin does have the advantage now that he also has the upgraded Orc Burrows, which will protect him from the magic attack of all of those casters. On top of that, the fortified armor does take reduced damage from heroes. So heroes dealing reduced damage to fortified armor once again, as more peons now doing long distance mining. Blade Master, is it revealed? Oh, finds the Blade Master. Well-timed Stormbolt is going to be able to get away. Mountain King trying to just chase after the unit. Is he going to be able to find it? No, he is not. Blade Master able to escape at 360 hit points and at level 5. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain is already at level 5, going up against a 4, almost 5, and a 4.5. Blade Master looking to scout back down over here, sees that there is no expansion, knows that, you know what, as small as an advantage it is, I am still coming out ahead over my opponent right now since I have that extra bit of mining. Little does he know that Chaemiko doesn't have any taxes whatsoever, just able to fight this army away with the smaller army in general. Kodo Beast now making its way through. You see a big thunderclap right there. Mountain King now down to 200 some odd mana. There's a stomp to try and slow things up. There goes another Spirit Walker. So many units, so much damage just getting taken out left and right. Let's take a look. There's another big thunderclap. One raider down. A second raider could get taken down as well. Archmage is right there. Let's take a look. Archmage, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, is going to try to finish off any of those units. Blade Master could get taken down to 72 hit points. Still ends up surviving. There goes a Spirit Walker. Are we going to see any more units? A Kodo Beast gets taken down as well. And a Raider and a Kodo lost while trying to transit back home with the Scroll of Town Portal. This is not looking good for Chaemiko any longer. All right, back and forth exchange once again. Gold mine about to run out of gold here. Well, not run out of gold, being forced to do long distance mining. These gold mines are about to run out of gold here in just a second. Only about 2 minutes left. Spellbreaker is going to be lining up here, ready to go. Mountain King in that front spot. Does it have a potion of mana? Yes, it does. There's a big stomp right there. Archmage could be in trouble. Is it going to be able to stay alive? There's another ensnare again. And Archmage gets taken down. Big losses across the board as Chaemiko now needs to figure out how to get back into this game after suffering such a large loss. Resurrecting from the tavern. Is that going to be enough? Mountain King at least throw down a Stormbolt or do something. Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain now down to 200 some odd hit points. Let's take a look. More damage being added through Archmage. It is right there. Mountain King sitting at 76 mana. Is he going to be able to get anywhere ahead of his opponent? Tauren Chieftain so fast with Unholy Aura and Endurance Aura. All right, low hit point Grunt getting caught out in open field. Mountain King still running laps, perhaps looking to fight another low hit point hero and come away with the victory. Grunts, on the other hand, cannot be allowing themselves to just lose hit points needlessly. They are the main meat shield of this army. And, well, if you do not have that main meat shield, you are going to be extremely exposed to the rest of the damage now. Spirit Link now getting cast. All right, Mountain King in position. Tauren Chieftain, 166 hit points. Mountain King trying to fight back here. Is he going to be able to do anything at all? Scroll of Speed now. Mountain King is going to be able to chase. No, unable to do exactly that. Stormbolt onto a Grunt instead, as the Mountain King gets a little bit desperate or a little bit frustrated, finishing off a Grunt with a level 3 Stormbolt just because he could. Mountain King now heading back off to the north again. Tauren Chieftain needs to get to level 6. Blade Master getting to level 6 would greatly turn the tides. Chaemiko trying to equalize things in his own right, as the peons are still doing a lot of long distance mining. Archmage also sitting at 5 as well. Mountain King, is it at 5 yet? Yes, it is also at 5. Clarity Potion in for that. Mountain King should be able to get in lots of damage with thunderclaps and perhaps even get a little bit of a level. Archmage, Spellbreakers here, ready to go. We're looking for the follow-up fight now. Let's take a look. Spirit Walker, 560 hit points. Does have Spirit Link. Has all of this ready to go here. Gold mine has been mined out. More long-distance mining getting underway as we're looking at the Spellbreakers trying to finish off some of these poor peons. Peon down to 171 hit points. Still looking to head back. Perhaps a Thunderclap would have been useful right there to just finish off a large number of units. But no, we didn't see that at all. All right.
We're under attack.
5-3-3-1-1 creep camp should give a lot of experience. Mountain King shows up to the party and says, you know what? I'll just clap here, do massive damage, and now the ball's in your court. What are you possibly going to do to try to stay inside this game? Mountain King, well, did he risk a little bit too much? There's another thunderclap there. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, Potion of Mana, Scroll of Healing. Mountain King could just try and stay alive. Down to 110. And now, no, Mountain King gets taken down. Mountain King gets taken down at the hands of the Blade Master as the Spellbreakers are trying to just slow things up here. Kodo Beast also in the backfield could end up getting taken down, and that is going to be the game though. Soin able to stay on and hold on to that victory over Chaemiko. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.